Many of you guys pronounce the BL as bala, bala. It is not bala. Because if you are pronouncing it as bala, you are stopping the durations. You are stopping the connections of the two sounds. You are pausing it. It's supposed to be pronounced as ball, ball, like in the word blossom, blossom. Notice ba, awesome. There's 3 syllable. Ba, awesome. Okay? The reason why I say there's 3 syllable because I'm separating it. But if you were just pronouncing it according to the dictionary, it's just blossom, 2 syllable. Okay? 2 syllable. But when you're talking in terms of sounds, the consonant blends is your own sound. It does not connect to anything else besides that consonant or digraph sound. Okay? Let's give another example. A TR sound. Many of you guys pronounce this as tura, tura. It is not. Okay? Notice when I pronounce the TR, I'm stopping the sound, right? Consonant blends are not supposed to be stopped. It's supposed to be glide together and say quickly and in a smooth manner. So the TR is pronounced as tur. Notice the T sound, t. Notice the R sound, I add it in together. It will become tur. For example, track, track. Now, how would I separate the word track? Now, let's go back to what I have shared with you guys last week about rhymes. Okay, ACK, we know that is a rhyme family, right? So whatever's left is either consonant blends or digraph. So we know that TR plus ACK. Now let's look at the word. If you are a beginner student, how would you know how to pronounce this? How would you know that it is a long vowel or a short vowel? Well, easy. I've shared with you guys how, right? We remember open syllable, and we also recalled that closed syllable, right? This word is a closed syllable because it ends with a consonant, right? Also, there's only one vowel in there. Remember what I said? How many vowels in a word will be how many syllable? If there's one vowel in a word, there should only be one syllable, except if there's a double vowel sound. Double vowel sounds are the first vowel will carry the long sound and the second vowel will be silent, right? We've talked about that already. So, to be able to pronounce the word track correctly, you must know how to pronounce the TR. We don't say track, track, right? But we say track. The TR, which is our consonant blends, are blend together and said quickly and smoothly, right? So as for the TR, we would pronounce it as tur. And our rhyme family is ack, track, track, tur, ack, track. Notice the smooth connections of the two sounds. Notice the smooth connections of the two sounds. Okay? All right. Let me give you an example of another sound that is at the end of the word. Okay? Now let's talk about consonant blends in the final position. Okay? I don't talk a lot about this because I am so focused in helping you guys distinguish long vowels and short vowels. So this week is going to be focused on that. Okay, so let's talk about sounds that are ND sound or MP sound that you see at the end of the word. Okay, they are consonant blend. Okay, they are consonant blend. To pronounce it, you need to be able to know how to pronounce the consonant individually. Okay, so how do you pronounce the ND? That's very easy. First, you have to know how to pronounce the N and the D and then add it together. N, D, N, D, N, D, N, D. Notice that? Let me give you another example. Okay? Let me give you another example, like in the word send. Send. How would you be able to know how to pronounce the word send?
Send.
Right? You have to know how to pronounce the ND. Right? If not, you're going to be reading as send, send. Right? Try not to separate the consonant blends. Consonant blends are said together quickly, right? The two sounds are heard when you are pronouncing it. So make sure whenever you see The key is whenever you see two consonants are by each other, it's either a consonant blends or a consonant digraph. If you can remember the consonant digraph, the rest will be consonant blends. Okay, that's all you need to remember. What are consonant digraphs? Like ST, ST, SH, CH, TH, and WH. Remember these 5 sounds. If you can remember these 5 sounds that are digraph, and you know whatever that's not in these 5 sounds, they're all consonant blends. Okay, so when you pronounce a word, you said okay, so this is consonant blends. I cannot separate the sounds. Okay, I cannot separate the sound. I have to somehow combine the sound together and smoothly pronounce it. Okay, so that's how you can distinguish the sounds. All right, now let's go a little bit farther. Okay, we know that consonant blends can be made up of 2 consonant or 3. Now let's dig in a little bit farther and talk about the 3-syllable blends. Okay, although the sample that I gave you is just the 2-syllable blends, there are consonant blend can also be constructed of 3 syllables that are placed together. 3 syllables, I'm using the word syllable, which means 3 letters. Okay, 3 letters. Okay, a majority of the 3 syllables blends start with the S. A majority of them, like 80% of them. For example, you have the SPL, you have the STR, you have the SCR, and you have the SPR. Okay, those are the majority 3 letters consonant blends that you may see. Now, how do I know how to pronounce the 3 letters consonant blends correctly? Well, that's very easy. You take out the S, forget about the S, pretend like it's not there. Okay, pretend like it's not there. If you take the SPL, STR, SCR, SPR, and if you take away the S, you will have PL, TR, CR, and PR. If you already know how to pronounce the consonant blends in the 2 syllables, then you're able to pronounce it in the 3-syllable, because all you need to do is add in the S sound, right? PL is pronounced as paw, right? If you add in the S, it's supposed to be spa, spa. All right? TR is pronounced as tur. If you add in the S, it's going to be stir, stir. Okay? CR is pronounced as cur. If you add in the S, it's going to be skr. For example, scrub, right? How do you know how to pronounce the word scrub? Well, let's look at the word. There's 3 consonants together, next to each other. You take that out according to your rhyme, the UB, remember, rhyme, like in the word tub. Well, you know how to pronounce that because you went over the rhyme family. You should know, right? So now today we're going over the consonant blends, right? So how do you pronounce a consonant blend? This is the CR's in there. So CR is pronounced as cur. All I have to do is add in the S sound. So it's scrub, scrub, scrub. Okay? You don't have to use a dictionary to pronounce a word for you. You do not have to use a dictionary. Okay? This method has been used many times in numerous of classes here in the United States. So I'm presenting you this I'm presenting you this information so that you avoid using the dictionary as much as possible. Dictionary is good as a reference, but it should not be used all the time, because if you depend on the dictionary so much, it's not good. Okay, so let's go back with our last sound, the PR sound. Okay, PR, if you know how to pronounce the PR, is purr. Notice the p and the Remember, all of the consonant blends are voice sound. It always starts with a voiceless sound and then it adds in with the R or the L, okay? That's why it is a voice sound. The last letter will tell you, right? You have to produce the sound with the vocal cord. So, the PR is purr. You add in the S, spur, For example, spring.
Spring.
How do you know how to spell,
Spring.
how do you know how to pronounce the word spring? Well,
Spring.
let's look at it. There's the
Spring.
ing, which is a rhyme family. We
Spring.
know that sound is ing,
Spring.
ing, okay? Ing, spring, spring. And we know the SPR is pronounced as spr, okay? That's how you pronounce a word, a one-syllable word, okay? So, I've talked about the 2-syllable, I've talked about the 3-syllable. Now, let's talk a little bit about the differences between this, okay? The difference between a consonant blends and a digraph is that in consonant blend, the original sound of the consonant letters are still heard. Let me repeat that. The differences between consonant blends and consonant digraph is that the consonant blend, the original sounds of the consonant letter are still heard, even though they are blended together, okay? They are still heard. On the other hand, when we're talking about consonant digraphs, the two sounds are placed together effectively to produce an entirely new sound, okay? Not one sound, but an entirely new sound, while the original sounds of the letter generally disappear, okay? Let me repeat that again. Consonant digraphs are two consonants placed together to effectively produce an entirely new sound, while the original sound of the letter generally disappear. Let's give some example, okay? SH sound. We know S is pronounced as S, H is pronounced as H. But when you add these two consonants together, you don't hear the S or the H, but you hear the sound sh, correct? All you hear is sh. The S sound is still there a little bit, but it's drastically changed. It's alter. It's being altered. It doesn't sound like an original S anymore because of the combinations of the H sound, correct? For example, in the word shutter, you don't hear the S and the H, but you hear the sh, right? That's because the digraph, the consonant digraph, the two consonants, we place it together to effectively produce an entirely new sound, right? It has this distinct sound. So, to pronounce the SH, this, if you're in the United States, we all know that SH means quiet, right? How do you make a quiet sound? You put your finger where your mouth is, and you pucker up like you're going to kiss someone, and then you make this sound. Shh. It is a continuous sound. Now, you hear me talk a lot about continuous and stop, right? So continuous means the airflow are being produced without any stop. The airflow are being produced without any stop, okay? If you are pronouncing the SH as in sh, 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 that's wrong, okay? Because you're stopping the airflow. It should sound like shh. It's continuous. You can pronounce the sound as long as you have breath in your lungs. Okay, not breath, but air in your lung. So, let's give another example. CH, okay? CH, how would you pronounce this? We know that C can be either an S or a K sound, depending on the vowel it follows, right? We know H is pronounced as H. But, in this case, the CH, it is a consonant digraph because two consonants are placed together to effectively produce an entirely new sound. Okay? The original sounds of the letters are generally disappear. Right? CH is pronounced as ch, ch. You only hear the ch, right? You don't hear the C and the H together, but you only hear ch. For example, in the word chapter, right? You hear the CH sound. We all know that digraph, as I've mentioned, what are they? What sounds do they produce? Voiceless, right? Voiceless. Consonant blends are, what are they? Come on, guys. Active in class. I can't be talking to myself here. What are they? They are voiced. Correct. They are voiced. The reason why they're voiced is that the first letter always begins as a voiceless, and the ending sound is a voice. Therefore, it is a voice sound. However, in consonant digraph, they're all voiceless sound. They're all voiceless sounds. Okay? They're all voiceless sound. Even if it's the WH. Remember? We know that the W is a voice, but it depends, right? It depends if it's a long oo or is it a long U sound? That's when we pronounce whether if it's an H or a W. Okay, so let's give